YouTube, good morning to you, man. We're halfway through the week, and guess what? The Halloween event starts today. I'm ready for this thing, man. We've been talking about it all week. I cannot wait to see what this event has in store for us. Look at this orbiter, by the way, dude. I'm gonna have to clean this thing up. This thing looks like a yard sale on Saturday morning. You remember that? Mom used to take us out, going to yard sales, looking at a bunch of junk not even the people that bought it want. You know what I mean? If you enjoyed this content, or if this video helped you, please do us a favor, like and subscribe down below. We're growing fast, man. It's cool to see all the new faces around here lately, man. I'm glad y'all enjoy the content. Enjoy the rest of the video. Hey man, today I'm going to be talking about mod drop chance boosters. Now you can only get these from Baro, rewards from the Lotus, and Sorties. You cannot buy these in the market no matter how much you try to. And while the mod drop chance boost does have an added boost to obviously boost mod drops, it also increases endo drops from where endo can already drop. And what we're going to be focusing on today is endo. For some reason, endo counts as a mod drop when it comes to this booster. And one of the best ways in the game is to go to Vodyanoi, which is an arena on Sedna. And if you don't have this unlocked, you will have to get to Sedna, make your way to Naki, which is a free to enter arena, and then move on to Yam, which costs 10 judgment points, which you will be awarded from Naki. Then eventually you'll make your way to Vodyanoi, which costs just 15 judgment points, and as you can see, after you do it for quite a bit, you will just get a ton of judgment points. I have 2200 for no reason. With this process, you can get over 1,000 endo, and possibly even more depending on the team that you assemble, in less than 3 minutes. Now for this to work as well as it can, you're going to need a Khora with Pilfering Strangledome. Now these augments that I'm going to be showing you can be found in the syndicates, and if you don't know how syndicates work, we do have videos on this channel that show you how syndicates work, how to get some of these augments. With Khora's Pilfering Strangledome, she has an added 65% chance of dropping additional loot when the enemy is killed in her Strangledome. Adding to that, Nekros with a Despoil, which all it does is his third ability, which is Desecrate. Instead of it using energy every time it double loots a dead enemy, it takes away 10 health. Now that might sound counterintuitive, but if you think about it, most of the time when you desecrate an enemy, more often than not they drop a health orb, so it kind of evens itself out. I do also want to add, before I jump into Nidus's build here, that if you have a lot of slash damage, that means you have a chance to rip opponents apart in two, whether you cut their arm off or you cut them in half. With Nekros, Desecrate counts both of those pieces of the body as separate entities. So if you cut somebody in half, his right side and left side will count as additional loot. In this case, we're looking for the best chance to get endo to drop. Now looking at Nidus, he is the key that makes all this work, because without him it's not going to work. His 2 ability, where he brings out the octopus and it grabs enemies and it brings all the enemies that it grabs into one position, this is what makes this farm so good. But without Nidus, it will not work. This forces enemies to come in or be dragged in to the point where all your team is, everybody just slash procking everybody. So Overextended, if you don't have Overextended, this can be found in the Deimos Vault. We're also using Stretch, which is a fairly common drop. Augur Reach, this comes from Cetus bounties, and Cunning Drift. All those mods add to the range, which we're sitting at 280%. This is something you can throw in there if you want to. Rage, you may or may not have this, but for Nidus it's good because he doesn't have shields. Convert 40% of damage on health to energy. So Nidus, anytime he's taking damage, he's also getting energy, which just helps you get those octopuses out that much faster. Did I really just say octopuses? And one last thing before we get into this, if you have the Zenurik option, this Energizing dash is really good. But what this does is pop out into your operator form, you do a quick void dash, it creates a big circle for 5 seconds. Any allies that pass through that while it's active will get 4 energy per second for 22 seconds. So once you spawn, you'll see on the screen it does give you a debuff. To be honest, reinforcements and tougher enemies is really a buff to me, because reinforcements just gives you more enemies to deal with, which just means more chances for endo. And tougher enemies, from my experience, I feel like they have a higher drop chance. If you have the energy dash equipped, I recommend just going ahead doing that dash right at spawn, so that everybody that walks into it is going to start accumulating energy instantly. If you keep walking straight, just drop down into the platform right there, and this is where your team just wants to assemble and stay assembled. This is where Khora needs her Strangledome. This is where Nidus needs to put out the octopus. And it's my recommendation that he uses octopus when Khora's Strangledome is already up, and when he casts it to stand in front of this door so that it opens. This is a good spot for that octopus to grab anybody that's anywhere on the map because your range is so good. Enemies will be grabbed in, everybody's meleeing or using their primaries, whatever they need to kill these enemies and get this endo fast as they possibly can. As I said, heavy slash damage if you're using Nekros. You want as many opportunities to get endo as possible, and you can see this is some of our results from tonight. Got about 13,000 I think within that 45 minutes to an hour that we played. You cannot complain about that. So man, like I said, you can use any Warframe for this. Nidus is essential because he brings all the enemies into one location. We ran this without a Nekros. It was just Nidus and Khora. So I hope this video helped you. If you didn't know about this Endo Farm, well now you do, and I'm glad to have been able to give it to you. Y'all enjoy the Halloween event today. I can't wait to jump into this thing. Let me know what y'all think about it. Let me know what kind of rewards y'all are looking for, because dude, I'm looking at that bat ephemera. Like, that thing is so sick. I'm gonna put that on Nekros pronto. Good luck on your Endo Farm. Good luck with your mod drop chance booster. We're out of here, man. Peace.